Hey guys, welcome to another video from the Parrott Bros. Now, as you guessed it by the thumbnail, I have bought another TT now. It's a 225R. I know, I hear you sigh. I'm trying to get a V6, believe me. I've been to look at so many, and so many have either been way too expensive or have required way too much work to even make it worthwhile for me. But don't worry, I'm still on the hunt. It's windy, but we're still filming. And I'm going to go into the reasons as to why I have bought another 225. So this will be my third. I still haven't fixed the elderberry one yet, but I have a good excuse. I mean, a good reason. And I'll get straight into that after the intro. Right, so the main reason for buying this car, well, I don't really have a good reason, I was only lying. But basically, this car belonged to a subscriber. Now, he's had it over 2 years. He actually contacted me, like most of you do who are looking, and he said, look, I'm looking to buy one. What do I do? So I told him to obviously go and watch the video, the buyer's guide, makes sense, and then the common faults, because then at least when you go there, you're armed with a little bit of knowledge. And he went and picked this one up. And this was about two and a half years ago. And it has been an absolutely brilliant car for him. He didn't, believe it or not, he didn't have the lacquer peel when he bought it. He actually only had the lacquer peel about a week before I bought it. But we'll get into that later, I digress. And basically, he's had it for 2 years. He's done all the kind of things that you should do to a TT, being a bit of an enthusiast. You know the common faults, you get them fixed. This car is now completely stock, apart from some Bilstein coilovers, which is, in my honest opinion, is a tiny bit too low, because I've already caught the exhaust like 3 or 4 times. Just on, there's a little ridge just getting out of my garage here, and it gets to a point where it's a bit like that. So you sort of, as you get to the middle, it just scrapes. I mean, it might be because I've had a few too many. I don't know. But it is a little bit too late. Just touches speed bump. So it's going to have to come up a little bit. But as a car, interior is immaculate. It's cleaner than even my Nagaro blue one, which is mad. It comes with the original mats. It doesn't come with a cup holder. I'm still on the quest for a TT with a cup holder. But apart from the lacquer peel, I mean, if you can look past the fact that it looks like a cow with spots, it's actually very good. The headlights are very misty and require doing. All the plastics need dressing because they're grey, not black. But that is something we can do. But everything works. The only other thing is he's put black mirrors on, I think because the red ones started to fade and he thought they'll look cool. So he's painted the mirrors and the mirror supports, which it doesn't look too bad. It's got the standard 9 spokes on, and of course the Parrott Bros stickers. But besides that, like I said, it's completely and utterly standard, which is nice because it means that it's not been messed about with, and I can obviously put my stamp on it. Now, I would say the plan, I don't really have a plan for the car. Many people have asked me this, and I mean, I'm winging it at the best of times. I didn't really need the elderberry one, but I bought that because I had a plan. But I don't. But yes, I mean, this one is completely standard. The nice thing about this one is, if you look down here, which I'll show you in a minute, there is no oil sweat. So the rocker gasket has been replaced at some point, which is really nice. It's got a tiny bit of travel in the top mounts, but that's because it's got the coilovers on standard top mounts, which, being harsh, it's inevitably going to bump them out because they're only rubber. They should have been polyurethane, but I can do that at a later date. It's only £40. It's not too bad. And yeah, I mean, it's completely stock. I put the original airbox in because it had a big air filter, and I've changed the diverter valve back to a standard one, as it had a 007 forged thing, which was fine. But there's no point. It's completely standard besides that, so you're not really achieving anything. There's no point having a big air filter because it has the original turbo intake pipe, so you're not really gaining anything. Plus, give it a good clean and it will look absolutely lovely. Now, I'll show you around the interior in that in a minute, because you need to see it, because it's the best I've seen on a car of this age. I won't guess, but I think the mileage is about 106. It's got a very good history, loads of service stamps, including some from BWSTT himself. So obviously the best service history. So it's a fully documented car. Yes, it looks a bit like a red cow, but besides that, if you can look past that, it is absolutely perfect. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to go and see a body shop and see if we can, well, to be fair, I can jet wash the rest of the lacquer off because that'll come straight off. And funnily enough, it's only affected the bonnet, the roof, and the tailgate. All the rest of it is actually all right, which is odd. So whether it's had some sort of repair in the past, or they're just the ones that get sun bleached the most. I'm not really 100% sure. I know red lacquer peels, but I've never seen it to the point where the patches are like this big. But as a car, it is a really nice car. I've been driving it for the last couple of weeks. I actually had to get it collected on a trailer because at the time, because I just had an operation, I wasn't allowed to drive, so I had to get it collected. But I guess now is probably a good time to go into the story as to how I bought it. So let's jump into that. The following reconstruction may not be 100% accurate and may have been changed for audience enjoyment. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to reenact how it went down. So, Mirari and me. So, he started off by going, rung me, he's gone, hey Dom, I'm going to be emigrating to Australia soon. My answer was, you lucky sod, because the weather here is crap, so who wouldn't want to? And he's basically said, look, mate, I'm moving and I can't take the car. I know you always said to me, look, if you want to sell it, let me know. And I said, yeah, I appreciate that. I don't really know anyone who's looking for a car at the moment, because obviously what I normally do is if people say to me, look, I'm looking for a nice TT, I'll kind of jot their name down, and then if someone says to me, oh, look, I'm selling my car, I can obviously join the two of you together, and then they can buy a nice car and you can sell a nice car. It's a win-win. And I said to him, look, I don't really know anyone who's buying it. I'm not really in the market to buy one because I've got my Noggy one and I've also got the Elderberry one, which I've done very little with, and I'm dragging my heels and I need to get it done, but the weather's been crap. And he said to me, he goes, look, I've got this TT. It's got a bit of lacquer peel now. It hasn't had an MOT for 6 months. It's sat because I've got other cars. It's been the winter. I bought a motorbike. The story goes on. And he goes, it's got loads of parts of it. He goes, it's got some brakes. It's got a couple of extra sets of wheels. He goes, I bought a V6 spoiler. I bought a diffuser and a couple of other bits as well. And he goes, look, do you want to buy it? And of course, I have said, no, I don't really need any other projects. I don't have a few grand, because obviously 100,000 miles full service history. Realistically, if the paint was good, this is worth a few grand. So I said to him, look, I haven't got a few grand. I don't really want it. And his answer was, and I will never forget this, and don't ever use this on me, I'll do you a deal. And of course, I was literally straight like, how much? And he said to me, look, I want to get back my money for the parts. He goes, I bought the parts. They're not even on the car. They come in a box, you know what I mean, a couple of boxes. He goes, I want the money back that I paid for the parts. I bought them second hand, so they weren't full price. So I was like, yeah, fair enough. Set of brakes, couple of sets of wheels, the V6 stuff, fair enough. And then he's gone to me, look, and then I'll do a bit of a deal on the car. So he goes, if you can sell the parts for full whack, you get the car for a bit of a deal. So we're kind of all happy. And I was thinking, well, I can sell the parts. Obviously, you guys know if I check them over and I say they're good, do you know what I mean? I'm trustworthy. And the parts sold like that. I must have sold everything I had for sale within a day. Put it up for a reasonable price, it's gone. So I was thinking, right, so I worked it all out, and it worked out the car wasn't going to cost me too much. I won't give you an exact price, but it wasn't cheap. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't less than £1,000. So it was a reasonable price for the car. And then I thought, do you know what? I've been looking for an excuse to sell the S4 for a while, because the S4, I've had it nearly 3.5 years. I love the car, but I only drive it once or twice a month, because it's usually when I go to like a meet or a show or something, because I don't want to take it to my daughter's gymnastics club, because all the mums just open the door and whack, give them a whack. So I wanted something a bit of a knockabout that it doesn't really matter if I take it to, I call it station car park car, you know what I mean? The kind of car where the car's bigger than the space and you have to climb out and whatever. So anyway, I thought, do you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to then sell the S4. So I said to him, look, we agreed a price. I said, but the stipulation is you get it MOT'd, because then I haven't got anywhere to put it at the moment. I can park it on the road. I can insure it and tax it. Not a problem. So anyway, here we are. So he MOT'd it. There was a couple of issues, and there's a couple of issues I found afterwards, but we'll go into that in another video, because there is plenty to do on this, starting with these headlights, because they are god-awful. I bought the best kit I could find online, and we'll have a go, because this is something you can use with a drill, which anyone can use, not ones where you have to use a machine buffer and all different kinds of sandpaper and guess. This is a kit. It was about 20 quid from Halfords, and it gives you the best possible chance of doing it on your own with just a drill. So we'll give that a go, and there's loads of other stuff to go through. But I'll give you a good look around the car now. Let me know what you think, because inside the interior is silver, which I've not seen a red and silver before, and I thought it was a bit unusual, but I might be wrong, but I actually really like it. It's probably the best silver interior that I've had. I mean, this hasn't been dyed. So, and I mean, it's done 106,000 miles. It looks immaculate. The dash, mint. It's already got the original mats, which is a massive win because they are very good. But everything's clean, tidy. There's no scuffs, no scratches. It is pucker, which is surprising because usually it's a bit rough. Let me jump onto the old GoPro and I'll give you a good look around. Okay, so here you've got the interior. I mean, look, like I said, look at them seats. Look, I know it's in the sun, but look at that. Look, that bolster. How clean that is. Admittedly, I cheated. I did give it a clean, but I haven't any dressing or nothing. I mean, look at that. There's hardly any cracks in that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Even the dials, do you know what I mean? Look, even them are nice. Gear knob, nice. Everything works. It hasn't got cruise. The only thing cruising it hasn't got, it's got a Dom at the Parrott Bros cup holder, which is better than nothing. But I mean, even the dash is in a really nice condition. Look at them door cards, look. They are immaculate. Rear seats, excuse me, lunchbox. Even the rear seats are in a really nice condition. They don't look like they've been sat in, but to be honest, with that kind of legroom, who are you going to get in the back there? I know it says you've got to be no more than a certain height, 4'3". Do you know what I mean? Who do you know that's 4'3" that's going to get in the TT? But yeah, lacquer peel. I mean, look at that. Look, that's more lacquer free than lacquer, and it's just literally look at that. Look, just coming off. Yeah. Ah, disgusting. But yeah, it's only because I mean this panel's fine. Look, nice, perfect paint. Bosh, lacquer free. The roof, massive spot at the front. And again, look, I'll show you because this makes me laugh. It's just loose. You can see the ripples in it. It's just hilarious. But the car itself is a really tidy car. And I mean, look, we'll give it the 10-foot test. Look, from 10 foot looks lovely. Where it's too low, this is why you don't lower cars. Look at that front bumper, look, split twice because it touched the ground. Them headlights are terrible. I mean, I'll be honest with you, at night, they are literally awful. The beam pattern is next to nothing. How that passed an MOT, I will never know. It must have barely scraped it because look, they are absolute garbage. They actually look quite good on camera, but they are terrible, believe me. But yeah, I mean, the plastics, look, the plastics are grey. They look tired. And red, if the plastics are black on the red, it just bangs so much. It looks so good. Again, look, side panel looks fine, look. From the side, perfect. There's a couple of little marks, and there's a tiny spot of lacquer peel there, but that is literally, I think it's from a stone chip. There's a few marks on the bumper, but it's just an honest stock 225, which is what you'd expect for something with like 100,000 miles on. This is exactly what you'd expect, but from a driving perspective, it drives lovely, absolutely lovely. I mean, look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel even feels smooth. You know what I mean? It's got that nice soft feeling, like it hasn't been out in the sun for too long. The clocks, even the clocks are clean. The display works. Everything. Someone's obviously tried to put a key in with their bum, but we can remedy that. That's not an issue. Let's give you a quick look under the bonnet. But yeah, so at the time of filming this thing, I'll give you a quick look at the bonnet. Look, all honest, genuine. About the only thing that needs doing is I need to dress all the plastics. I need to buy some new ones of these because these were absolutely butchered. I don't know if you can see, they're not too bad, but this one I actually had to drill out because it was knackered. So we'll probably put a bolt kit in, and I will probably either repaint the charge pipe or replace it for one I've got in the garage because this one's a bit snake skinny. It's lost some of the paint. But I mean, look at, I don't know how well you can see this because obviously this. Let's get out the sun. It's all clean. There's no obvious oil leaks, which is really nice. It's just a nice, honest car. So, at the time of filming this, I've actually sold the S4 already. So, I have... Wait for the GoPro to stop. I've sold the S4, so I have no need for the S4 anymore. It's gone. The new owner's loving it. And I've got this, and this is my daily, and I absolutely love having one that, because the Noggy one, I don't like parking it close to people because I've done so much work on it. As soon as I started the key, I'm nervous listening for noises, although I've done thousands of miles in it now, and it has been absolutely perfect. you still in your mind think, I've done all this stuff to it, is there anything else that can go wrong, la la la. Whereas this one, I literally just jump in and hit the road with, and it is a lovely feeling. Plan-wise for this going forward, what I'll probably do is I'll probably do all the little bits, we'll do some videos on it, make it a better car, and I'll try and get the lacquer peel sorted if I can, or if someone wants to buy it who works at a body shop and we can do a bit of a deal, either way. But I'm going to use it and drive it for a little while whilst I'm on the search for a V6. Now, I have been to look at a couple, and unfortunately none of them have been any good, but I will just say don't miss next Sunday's video. Completely irrelevant, but don't miss next Sunday's video. But yeah, so this is my subscriber's TT. Second car. What am I on about first car? Second car I bought off a subscriber, so there's a bit of a theme here. If you want to sell your car cheap and it's a TT, the likelihood is I'll probably buy it. Email address is down in the description. Right, before we wrap this one up, I just wanted to say to you guys, this year I'm going to try and make this the biggest TT year I can. I'm full steam on making videos for TTs, keeping the community alive, and I'm going to try and go to as many events as I can. Now, I have on theparrottbros.co.uk put an events page on there. On the main page, there is also a list of the most recent events. Now, all the events there, I am personally going to be attending myself, so that is well worth checking out. Sorry, I was just checking I was still recording. Yeah, so events page on there, and also I've started it's called a Discord. I don't really know what it is, but it's basically like WhatsApp without me having to give my number to everyone. And there's a link in the description to this video on there, as well as on the website. And basically, it's like a chat room. You can download an app on your phone for free. And there's things like a welcome page. There's an events page. There's chat. There's an events page, a chat, events chat, show me your car chat, welcome chat, and a general chat. Oh, as well as a fault finding one. So if you've got a problem and want to speak to other people who've got TTs who have probably had the problem themselves, jump on there, join up. It's free. There's over nearly 100 people on there now, which is cool. And it's just a good way of us having a chat. If you've got any problems or you want to show us something, tell us what you're up to this week, and spur everyone else on. I just wanted to kind of build like a small community where we can just chat from time to time, pick up the phone, quick message, and we're all having a laugh and talking TTs. Because I'll be honest here, I must talk about TTs probably 4 to 6 hours a day every day. So for me, it's nice to have someone else to talk to who's interested, because my missus doesn't want to listen to me anymore. I'm threatened to get rid of all my TTs. I'm only joking. She's not threatened yet. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this red. Let me know what you think about the red and the silver interior. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you wish it was cream, tan, black, green? What have you got? What do you like? I actually quite like it, and it's quite nice. It's not too shiny. I did give it a little leather coat, but a little bit of leather conditioner, but that is it. So, what do you think of my new purchase? Let me know down in the comments. Until next time, guys, bye for now.